Hey, I'm Christian Clausen, a technical leader on the Cisco Cloud Security team. I'm here to talk about some exciting new upgrades to our security for Google Chromebook. I'll go over how our Chromebook client is evolving, what new features and capabilities that we're adding, there are quite a few, and I'll get into the nuts and bolts of our innovative DNS over HTTPS integration with Google, and finally provide a walkthrough of the deployment. The new Cisco Security for Chromebook offers a simple but powerful solution for customers who need to both protect their fleet of Google Chromebooks from security threats as well as apply content filtering. Cisco offers layers of protection on the Chromebook platform through both our DNS resolution and Secure Web Gateway or SWG service. With the latest version of the client, we're now able to offer features that we previously did not make available. Customers can configure custom block pages, enforce safe search, and take advantage of our intelligent or selective proxy. Thanks to our new DNS security integration that I'll dive into later, we can also now provide DNS security protection for the entire Chrome OS, not just the browser. We have a unified client now for both DNS and SWG, and our performance is significantly improved thanks to our new DNS approach. As with our previous client, it's also possible to integrate the Chromebook client with Google Workspace, and therefore to apply policies based on organizational units. The new architecture of our Chromebook client is part of a larger improvement to the Chromebook platform. In 2021, Google announced that it would be transitioning to a new manifest version of its Chrome extension ecosystem. That meant that we at Cisco, along with every other developer of a Chromebook extension, would need to upgrade to support the new Manifest v3 APIs. We partnered with Google to see how we could leverage the advancing capabilities of the latest Chrome OS releases to improve Cisco's existing Chromebook integration. Identity is an indispensable component of roaming security solutions. Knowing who is sending a DNS or web request is imperative for creating differentiated policies and logging detailed information about who is accessing what resources. With the new Cisco Security for Chromebook client, we're using a cutting-edge method for communicating a user's identity to Cisco within a DNS query. Google has developed a native DNS over HTTPS or DOH capability in Chrome OS that assembles user identity information in the path of the request. Because the path is encrypted by TLS, the information is hidden on the network, but it is additionally hashed with a custom salt value to further obscure the identity within the request. Cisco's DNS resolvers can then decrypt the request and match it to an identity and therefore to a custom policy. But there are real tangible benefits to customers beyond the modern tech stack. The fact that DOH functionality is implemented at the system level means that our DNS security can now protect the entire Chromebook operating system and any apps or components that are installed, not just the requests coming from the Chrome browser. The Cisco Security for Chromebook client also provides Secure Web Gateway protection for browser traffic, allowing for deep packet inspection, and therefore the full suite of protections that we offer with SWG. Once we're able to look inside the packets themselves, you can do things like malware scanning, tenant controls, and more. The new Cisco Security for Chromebook client does require Chrome OS version 110 in order to take advantage of the DOH capabilities and a Google Workspace admin account in order to push the configuration to the client. If you're a customer who has the SWG umbrella for Chromebook already installed, your client will automatically be upgraded to the new client, and you'll only need to configure the DOH protection and push it out from the Google Admin Console. If you're currently using the Cisco Umbrella Chromebook client, that's the DNS client, you will need to use the Google Admin Console to block or uninstall the old client and then push the new one. Let's have a look at the installation and configuration steps. The first thing we'll need to do is install and configure the Google Workspace's identity feature so that we can use organizational units in our policies. This is an optional step. If you don't want to apply differentiated policies based on Google Workspace OUs, you can skip this part. We'll first log into the Google Workspace Marketplace and locate the Cisco User Management for SSE application. Install it and accept the required permissions. Then log into the Umbrella dashboard and navigate to Deployment, Core Identities, Chromebook Users, and select Configure in the top right corner. Click the Sign into Google option and provide your Google admin credentials. Now we'll need to configure the salt value that will be used when hashing the user identities. It needs to be some combination of letters and numbers between 8 and 32 characters. This value is used to add entropy to the identity hashes and can only be configured once. If you need to change the salt value after this initial configuration, you will have to open a support ticket with Cisco to have it reset. Once that value is set, you'll see two DOH templates are created. The first template defines how a logged-in user's identity is constructed and added to the DOH query path. The second template is used for guest or public sessions on the Chromebook. Optionally, you may enable Secure Web Gateway protection for the Chromebooks. Next, we move to the Google Admin Console and navigate to Devices, Chrome, Settings, Users, and Browsers. I'll navigate down into the OU that I want to apply the policy to and search for DNS. I'll select DNS over HTTPS and make sure it's set to Enable DNS over HTTPS with Insecure Fallback. This allows for local domains that aren't resolvable by our cloud resolvers to fall back to whatever DNS server has been assigned to the Chromebook, for example via DHCP. Save that and go back to the search results and choose DNS over HTTPS with identifiers. Paste in the first template from the dashboard and the salt value that was configured in the Umbrella dashboard. Now, also under Chrome, we'll move over to Apps and Extensions, Users and Browsers. Make sure we have the same OU selected. Since I have the old DNS client extension in this policy, I have made sure to go ahead and set its installation policy to block. We will search for the new Cisco Security for Chromebook extension using its extension ID. Grab the JSON that we downloaded from the Umbrella dashboard and paste it into the policy field. We'll also make sure that the extension's installation policy is set to Force Install. There's one more optional step that we can take here. The second DOH template that was generated in the dashboard is for guest or public user sessions. This is useful for VDI deployments, for example, or Chromebooks where you have shared sessions where multiple people are using the same device. There's one more thing that we need to do to make sure everything works as expected. In order to display the block pages and for the Secure Web Gateway and Intelligent Proxy to intercept HTTPS traffic, we will need to make sure that the Chromebook trusts the Umbrella Root CA certificate or whatever certificate that you have deployed in the Umbrella dashboard, for example if you're using your own in-house CA. If you've not completed this step, the clients will see a certificate warning in their browser. So I'm going to go over to docs.umbrella.com and download our root CA certificate. Then I'll go back to the Google Admin Console and navigate to Devices and Networks. With my OU selected, I'll click on Create Certificate and then upload the CA cert there. Now the certificate will be pushed out to my Chromebooks. On the Chromebook, we can check out security settings and find that the certificate has been installed in the certificate store. When we browse to google.com, we can see that the certificate presented to our client is signed by the Umbrella Root CA. That means that the Secure Web Gateway is enabled on this device and that Cisco is intercepting and decrypting this connection. If we browse to our example phishing site, internetbadguys.com, we can see that our custom block page is presented to the user. Thank you for watching. I hope this was useful, and make sure to check out our extensive documentation if you have any more questions about our new Cisco Security for Chromebook extension.